What's going on, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back, man. We are back on the live stream airways. It's your guy one more time, Dedrick Hicks Jr. And super excited, super excited to be back on the live stream scale, man. So we're here to have a great time tonight. We're going to have fun. We got a special guest, as you see on the thumbnail. We got my man Justin Copeland. Here tonight, we're going to be discussing Seamless Soul, Z Creators 3.0, Brass and Soul second. So just going to have a great conversation with Justin. This is his second time on the channel. I will link the first interview or conversation that I had with Justin probably a little over a year ago. Yeah, a little over a year, maybe a year and a half ago, where he came on for the first time, and we had a great conversation there as well. So, huge fan of Justin, and we'll get into that in just a little while, of just how he's, kind of helped my fragrance journey along the way. And it's just a really, really cool moment to have the opportunity to have him on again tonight. So, Smell Good family, y'all know what to do, man. Drop your fragrances of the day in the chat. What are you guys wearing? Let me get these comments up here for y'all to get upset. Y'all, somebody say, bro, put the comments on screen, bro. So let me go ahead and take care of that. There we go. All right, the comments are on screen. New feature that StreamYard gives. Everybody wants to see them on screen, so I got y'all, man. So we're going to go through the comments, drop your questions, all of that. All right, we're going to get to as many questions as we can, and I'm going to have a good time tonight. Moderators, do your thing. Moderators, do your thing. All right, if we get anything out of the ordinary, y'all know how I get out. I don't tolerate foolishness. I don't tolerate disrespect in any way, shape, or form. Get them out of here. All right, get them out of here. All right, so y'all probably see it before I do. Hopefully we don't have none of that tonight. That'd be absolutely perfect. We can have a good time tonight without no foolishness. All right, so I'm gonna take a water break. We're gonna turn up the vibes, and then we're gonna get a little bit going. Talk to y'all for a second before we bring Justin on. All right. All right, Smell Good family. What's going on, y'all? I already see a crazy super chat in here. So let's do that first. Of course, it's my man's. It's my guy, dear friend of mine, the Bishop, Jared Miller. Show my love to open up the stream tonight. Bishop, appreciate you, brother. You know you don't have to do that, but I greatly appreciate the love, man, that you're showing us tonight. Jared's my guy, really good friend of mine, man. So appreciate that for sure. He said there's always a vibe for sure. For sure. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me and see me well. Drop some fire in the chat if y'all can hear me well and see me well. So we're going to go up to the comments, man, and see what y'all got going on. And we're going to bring Justin on in just a few minutes. Okay. All right. Appreciate that. The Fragrance Decant Boutique showing love tonight. Golden Burger 83. Did you change your name? I think your name used to be something else. Hello, D, JC, and the Smell Good family. Scent of the day is Rojas, Manhattan. Beautiful. Have an amazing live. We'll watch the replay tomorrow. Hit that like button, folks. Appreciate that, man. You're a real one, man, for coming back through to tap in on the replay. Appreciate you, my guy. All right, MA Styles in the house, wearing that JPG on board. I think it's Lorza. Happy Wednesday. Scent of the day is Timber by M. Wise. I've been hearing a lot about Timber. I haven't tried it, but I've heard it. Scott Martin, my scent of the day is Signature Hafetti Black Rose. I wore that on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Because believe it or not, down here in Jacksonville, Florida, it's 30 degrees. It's 30 degrees all the way down here in the Bangham. All right. So Signature Black Rose on Tuesday. I ran around a little bit on Tuesday, and it was glorious. It was Monday, actually. Monday. It was glorious. All right. So beautiful fragrance. All right. Barry, what's up with you, my guy? Howdy, Dedrick. Just Smell Good family. Scent of the day is ZAHAROFF plus. My bad. GC Omos, the Nigerian giant Omos, when Ibre tonight. All three Zed creators are fire. I agree. All right. I agree. All right. Joel in the house wearing that Nishane Caragaz, I believe. And isn't that the grape fragrance? Got some grape in it or something like that. I believe that it is. Joel, thinking of buying for my next purchase, Morsk Al Andalus. Never heard of it, Joel. I'm sure if you're interested in it, it probably smells great, Joel. It probably smells great. Kevin, what's good, everyone? Scent of the day is Chapard Black Incense Malachi. Okay, scent of the evening is YSL Tuxedo. Believe it or not, I don't own Tuxedo. I have a beautiful rendition of it that I can thank this man for, Justin. The Rojas Mustache EDP. That stuff is great. That's the reason why I don't have Tuxedo. That's the reason why I don't have it. But beautiful choice tonight, my man, for sure. Okay. Let's see. Montrese in the house. What's up, my guy? I don't know if you meant to blow me a kiss, but salute to you, my brother. All right. Salute to you. All right. Kevin, what's up, everyone? Since today is French Avenue's Vulcan Few. I've been seeing a lot of Vulcan Few conversations out there. I hope you're enjoying it, brother. Carl, what's going on? What's going on, Miss Sparks? Hopefully you are doing well. So today, Hawas can go wrong with that. That Invictus DNA, it works for sure. All right. My man Dame in the house. What's good, some good family? Smash that like and subscribe button. Said of the day is Mystery for Him by Myth. I've heard a good bit of that about that. Isn't that the one with the Aventus vibe to it? And Lord knows I don't need anything else Aventus related. But I think that's the one. I think that's the one. Dame Seamless Soul is beautiful, by the way, for sure. Bottle came in a day before the B-Day last week. Happy belated birthday, Dame. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. That's a really good birthday present for sure. But yes, I agree with you. Seamless Soul is great. We're going to talk a lot about it tonight. All right, Hidden Gems, what's up with you, my guy? What's good, D and Justin? What's going on, my man? Hopefully you're doing well. Jarvis in the house. What's up, fam? Scent of the day is Azaro, the most wanted intense and parfum. Okay, you ain't playing with him today, sir. Ain't playing. All right, Tonio wearing Adonis Awakens. Man, I wore that a couple of weeks ago to the office, and you're talking about compliments galore. All right, compliments galore with that one. That is a beautiful, beautiful masculine rose. I hate to say it like that, but for conversation purposes, just kind of, I guess, put a label on it. All right, masculine rose, woody rose, very beautiful. All right. Where we at? All right, the scent boss. What's good, Dedrick? Justin, the Smell Good family. Scent of the day is a Musk Rose by Arabian Oud. Musk Rose sounds interesting. I love Arabian Oud. They have some amazing fragrances, man. That might be one I need to look into, see if I can get a sample of that. All right. Ray, always great being here, brother. I appreciate you, man. The evolution of Justin Copeland, for sure. For sure. I see everybody showing love tonight. Trey in the house. What's going on, my man? Glad that you're joining us tonight. Ryan, what's going on? What's good, everyone? Decent of the night is Wanted Intense. Okay, a lot of love for the Wanted series. Okay. Kevin says that hat is fire. Appreciate it. What type of cap is it? I only wear A-frame hats. Personally, I only wear A-frames. So every hat that you see that I wear is an A-frame hat. So to get specific, like you asked, sir. All right. But appreciate the love. Austin Will, what's up, everyone? So today is Bododicia's Consort. That's a banger. That's a banger. Scent of the night is ZAHAROFF's Ebire. That's another banger, sir. Take it easy on your people, man. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. David in the house wearing Dior Homme Intense, a classic. Can never go wrong with it, especially for this time of year. I need to revisit my Dior Homme Intense. And I'm gonna be honest, I've neglected my Dior Homme Intense ever since I got the parfum. This was years ago. And every time I look at my Dior Homme Intense, it looks like it wants to say something. It wants to say something to me. It looks like it wants to, but I love that parfum, man. I love it. All right. Trey says Seamless Soul is fire. Yes, indeed. I think it's Dialman 95. Scent of the day is Despar. Awaiting my Seamless Lost Package. A lot of broken up stuff going on right now, but I hope your package didn't get lost. Hopefully it is on the way, my guy. You should definitely research that through ZAHAROFF, man. Email them and see what's going on with that. I hate to hear that, brother. All right. Where we at? What's up, my guy? Man, this brother showed me a lot of love on his IG post today. And Ross sent it to me, and I was like, who's in his top 5? Me. So I was in his top 5. So was Ross, so was Justin. I forget, I think it was Kyle Cologne and Jensen was his top 5. So shout out to you, my guy. I appreciate you, man. War YSL myself. I think that's the first time I ever heard anybody put me in the top of any content conversation out there. So I was very thrown off guard and very much appreciative of the thought, man. I really do appreciate that, bro. All right. You wore YSL myself Absolute today. I really like Absolute. I do. I'm still trying it out. It's all right. Okay, feel you. I feel you. Much love, my guy. No doubt. I love that ginger uptick in the Absolute. Because I'm a fan of ginger, so I love that one. It's really, really good. But I feel you though, bro. My guy Greg, what's up, my guy? Philly is here. Send of the day is Parfums de Marley Hautane. You're winning. You're winning wearing that for sure. Sean in the house. What's good, smellers? Hope all is well. Send of the day, Nazar's Black Leopard. Beautiful, sweet orange, tobacco, beautiful, rich fragrance. And Nazar gives you a unique fragrance experience unlike any other. Very heavy on the oil concentration, but I really connect with it. And it's good. Black Leopard is a really, really nice one for sure. All right. Joel talking to Bishop. My guy, Jason, what's up? Mr. Don't Condone Clones. Well, you're going to fit right in tonight. For sure, man. Talk about some trolling, man. That's my guy, Jason Virtue, man. Shout out to my brother, Jason, man. A lot of love for Jay, man. Wearing Aqua di Gio Elixir. I believe that's what he's wearing. Does Aqua di Gio? Yeah, they do have an elixir. Very mature fragrance for sure. Very mature. All right. DDVF8BN in the house tonight. He's a big Kansas City Chiefs fan by his avatar. 2 of the greats live tonight. Man, I appreciate that, brother. I really do. Thank you for joining us tonight, my man. And when my Jaguars and Cowboys are losing, go Chiefs. All right. 2 of my favorite men in the game out here. Sheesh. Appreciate that, my man. I really do. I really do appreciate that. All right. Got my baby love in the house. Hey, y'all. Hey, for sure. For sure. Showing that support as I always greatly appreciate from her. All right. And I think we're getting down to the bottom. Shoot in the house wearing Ruby by Kajal. A Dedrick Live. Going to be a good night. Appreciate that, my man. Diptyque. Diptyque's Duo EDT. I never heard of that one. I'm sure it's fantastic. I'm sure it's fantastic if you're wearing it for sure. All right. We got snow already up here. I bet you do in Michigan. I bet you do. Stay warm, my man. Stay warm. All right, guys. We're about to the bottom. I'm not going to have my guests waiting any longer. I'll get back to the comments. I see everybody in the house showing love. I'll stop right here with my main man, Terry Todd. Terry, what's up with you, brother? Salute Dedrick and Smell Good family. Scent of the day is Chanel Le Leon. Make sure I say it like that because it deserves that type of pronunciation. Shout out my man Terry, man, for sure. That's my guy. That's a good dude right there. One of the best on Instagram. That Instagram space, if you're looking for some fragrance content on Instagram, my man Terry Todd, one of the best for sure. All right, y'all. So we're going to pause it right there. Without further ado, we are going to bring on my special guest. Man, just a good time that we're going to have tonight. Really got a lot of respect for this man. He does amazing content. Overall, great person. Very widespread in the fragrance community. He makes a lot of informative content. Maybe ruffle a few feathers every once in a while. But all in all, he is in my opinion, one of the solid, positive foundations in the community that you can go to learn of the art of perfumery. That's just how I feel. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, for the second time on my channel, we have my guy, my man's Mr. Stay Fresh Productions himself, Justin Copeland.
Man, Do I need to pay you for that intro, bro?
No, sir, free.
That was the best intro I've ever heard, man. I appreciate that. It is
Yes,
an
sir.
utter honor to be here. I just want you to know how much respect I have for you, and I told you this the last live we did. Just the space you've created, it really shows in the culture you've created. The people showing up, the comments. I mean, it's all reflective of your
Appreciate it.
values and everything that you add to people. So I appreciate you for having me.
Man, appreciate that very much, man. Thank you for sure. I appreciate those words, no doubt. So very excited, man, to have my guy Justin Copeland on. We're going to have a lot of fun and have some great conversation tonight. We're going to talk Zed creators. We're going to Zed Creators 3.0. We're going to talk the new fragrance. We're going to talk about a lot of different things with Justin tonight. But Justin, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, my man, what is your scent of the day today?
I'd be remiss if I didn't wear my own fragrance for especially a day like today. So yeah, scent of the day is Seamless Soul.
Beautiful.
My OG bottle. In fact, Grace and I both wear from this bottle. We'll burn through this one before we open up any others. But
for sure,
yeah, we're in that one today for sure.
Kind of figured that that would be the route that we would be going. I didn't give mine's today, man. I had a pretty cool day today. Hung out with my son at his school earlier in the day. They had the Donuts with Dad event at his school, so I was glad to be there. And like I said, it's 30 degrees here in Jacksonville.
I don't know nothing about Jacksonville, so I was shocked when you said that. I'm like, it's colder there than it is up here in the Pacific Northwest. Is that typical?
Yeah, a lot of people are very surprised when they come down to Jacksonville and they realize that we do get a hit of that Arctic air from time to time. So yes, it is much so common. We kind of have like a lot going on. 3 days out of the week it'll be in the 30s, and then the other 4 days out of the week we'll be in the 70s. So it's yeah,
how confusing.
That's how it goes around here, man. So I cherish the colder weather when it does arrive.
I feel
but for me, I took advantage to wear this fragrance and give it a full wearing for the very first time. And this is spectacular. From the House of Mind Games, we have Rye Lopez today.
Rye Lopez. That's one of their original launches. I haven't tried that one, actually.
Beautiful plum cherry combination here. Get this leather aspect as well. Spices, this Divana note that just really chips in to the fragrance for sure. Very sexy, very mature, kind of grown man style of vibe, man. So took the opportunity to wear this and get it out in the cold air. I haven't had the chance to yet. So today was perfect, man. So great performer as well, man. One of the fellas, when we were walking into the room where they were having the Donuts with Dad, he was like, "Man, you smell good, brother." Just kind of looked and turned around. He was with his kids or whatever. So I said, I appreciate that, man. So got some love with Rye Lopez. So don't hear a lot of talk about that one. So if you're interested in kind of looking into some mind game fragrances, don't get a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
Rye Lopez.
I probably got a Decant somewhere. I think I have a discovery set. It must be in there. I need to revisit that.
Try that one out, man. It's really good for sure. All right, man. So we got some questions, man, that we have for my man Justin. And please, I know I'm probably going to get behind in the comments at some point in time. I will catch up as much as I can. I will ask the questions that you have for Justin, and we're going to have a good night tonight. So hit that thumbs up, please, and thank you if you have not already. I don't know how many likes we got going on, but we got 78 people watching.
It's never enough likes, I'll tell you that.
It's never enough. I agree. So it's for free, guys. You hit the like button. It does positive and great things for this channel. All right, so hit that thumbs up. But we're going to go ahead and get started with my man. So Justin, of course, Z Creators 3.0 is officially rolled out. People are getting their fragrances. The content is swirling. The conversations is going on. But I just want to kind of back up a little bit. This time around, compared to the first two times, how was this process this time around compared to you already gone through this a couple of times?
I mean, it's always a duality I have found with this process. On one hand, the process of finding the fragrance that you're looking for, of actually like perfecting it, becomes clearer. It's like it's easier to say this isn't it and this is it. But at the same time, because I guess your standards are higher. Reaching that standard is a much more arduous process.
Mm.
Um, Brass and Soul was a quick make, I would say. Like
Okay.
it was like a month or two of going back and forth. Second Soul, probably double that.
Mm.
Seamless Soul, triple that. Seamless Soul took us, I want to say, from last October until early May of this year to
Mm.
finally dial in the formula.
Okay.
It was we just were not landing the plane the way we wanted to. We made so many tweaks. So yeah, again, and to that degree, it was like, yeah, we know what we're doing, we know what we're looking for, but we had to work harder to get there.
Mhm.
So it was definitely, there was ups and downs, honestly, with the creation process. There was moments when I was like, man, I don't know if we're gonna get there. Like, I
Oh
don't know
man, really?
if we're gonna get the scent where we want it to be, the way we envision it. Because we're collaborating with our perfumer, Vince Kaczynski,
Mhm.
who is amazing, not only in his artistic ability to interpret what we're giving him, but also just his patience.
Mm.
Because this was the most I think I'd ever tested his patience this
Mm.
time around. We had numerous phone calls, um, lots of long emails, back and forth. And amidst all the other projects that he was juggling, he
Mhm.
was really just pouring so much life into our fragrance. And I think it ultimately paid off because at the end of the day, what we had to do, I had to just kind of put the ball in his court. I said, you know what, Vince, like we have laid a foundation, like the scent that we have is like a beautiful vase
Mm.
that we just need to fill. Like it's ornate, it's great quality. You look at it from all angles, it's just like this is stunning, but it's missing something. So I didn't say fill it with this. I we did a Hail Mary. I said, Vince, I trust you. Whatever it is you want to add to this in the regard of the whole picture we've created,
Mhm.
I trust you to choose the right thing and do it. So what was typically our process was like we would chat maybe once every 2 weeks. Um, at that point, when I told him that, I didn't hear from him for like a month and a half. He went into the underground. He
Oh
just
boy.
disappeared.
Okay.
And I was like, like a month later, I'm like, I wonder what's going on. But I'm gonna hold off. I feel like I want to reach out, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give him his time. And then like another 2 weeks later, I'm like, okay. And like literally that day, I get an email from
Okay.
Mon, who is the fragrance company that he's contracted with, and they're like, "Hey, Vince is done. We're sending it over." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"Dang, that man went into the lab."
Wow.
And it arrived the next day, and Grace and I were just like, "Oh, this is it."
Wow. Just like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I mean, we really put it in his court, so I cannot thank him enough for
Okay.
just like exercising his artistic prowess and really just like instilling that last little bit of life, kind of those last 10 yards to really just bring it to where it needed to be. So
Wow.
yeah.
I would, that's a dope story because I'm in my mind, creating the fragrance, and I'm thinking that you're on the phone every day,
Mm,
emails are being sent every day, that
mm.
there's sidebar conversations and all this stuff happening, but to kind of hear you lay it out like you just did, that's different. Like I
Yeah.
just, you put the ball in this court and he goes literally into the cave.
Yes. Yeah.
Comes back.
I will say that that is a little atypical,
Oh, okay.
especially in relation to the last two fragrances. The last two fragrances, it was pretty constant communication as
Okay.
needed. But we really didn't struggle to get
Mm.
to where we needed to be. This was the first time where it's like he would, we'd talk, he'd send an interpretation. We're like, ah, this is still not it. That was kind of new. And it's like, man. So, we want to, it's not like we'd smell it, draw our opinions, and then like get right on the phone and call them. It's like, no, I want to spend like a good week with this just to make sure, because sometimes that lab sample needs some time to settle. And after a week or two, it's like, okay, this still isn't it. Let's get on the phone. So it was just a lot of that back and forth.
Wow. Okay. Well, I can imagine maybe like the nervousness, the
Yeah.
anticipation, especially this time around. I could see that. I could see, coming off the success of Brass and Soul, and then in my opinion, just the overwhelming roar of support for Second Soul. And then going into this third one, did you feel a little bit of pressure? Did you feel a little bit of hypeness? Did you get a little bit sweaty palms a little bit going into this one? Because Second Soul, man, gets a lot of love in the community.
Yeah, and I'm beside myself when I've just even to this day seeing some of the feedback from Second Soul people. He's still messaging me, almost 2-3 years after it went out of stock, saying, "Hey, is there any left?" I'm like, no. But yes, to answer your question, definitely I felt a little bit of pressure, and I think the reason why I felt the most pressure was not necessarily like, man, we're gonna have to live up to this, but it was mainly the fact that we knew we were going in a different direction, and that people might naturally compare Seamless Soul to Second Soul, even though they're virtually incomparable.
Sure.
So there's no overlap. Like we created a brand new foundation, a brand new DNA, but with the sensibilities of what we've done before, but not with the sense of what we've done before. So if you put them side by side, it literally is like apples to oranges. Literally apple is in Seamless Soul. And so they're not comparable. So I knew, like, even no matter what I get on camera and say, like, hey guys, this is a brand new DNA, I knew that people wouldn't be able to, like, well, that's fine, but the perception would still be there of like, okay, but is it Second Soul? Is it? And it's like it's not. It's totally different.
For sure.
So I think that alone was just like, okay, how are people going to react when they realize, at least for themselves firsthand, when they get their nose on it, even though I've told them this is nothing like Second Soul. How do I feel about that? And frankly, we had decided when we were coming up on the beginning of Z 3.0, it's like, we are not going to try to flankerize Second Soul. We're not going to try to take it further. I feel like it's easy to ruin something.
Oh yeah.
When you try to, like, let's make it better. It's like, I didn't want to touch it. I'm like, we're not going to touch that. So that'll live on as its own thing. And hopefully people are going to appreciate the new direction. That was, I'd say, the biggest pressure for sure.
Yeah. And I know you've probably been bombarded. Well, probably not now, but before the release, like you stated, in the comparisons of the Second Soul and the Seamless Soul. But before we go any further, I'd be very rude if I don't kind of go down the timeline of where we are for those who may be watching for the very first time.
Sure.
So got Justin Copeland here. He has 3 fragrances that he has done in collaboration with ZAHAROFF. Okay. The very first one, and I'm very lucky to have this. Again, the Bishop Jared Miller comes through for me one more time. So this is the original fragrance. This is called Brass and Soul. This is where it all started. I do have a bottle, and I love this stuff. I wear it very sparingly because I know I'll never, ever get another bottle. But I really love the very fresh, unique approach that Brass and Souls has. Very a daily driver, especially for the masculine man, in my opinion. So getting my hands on this was a true surprise. Jared said, hey, I'm sending you something over for your birthday. This was last year. And I said, okay, bro, you ain't got to do all that. And he blessed me for real with this one. So Brass and Soul was the very first creation from Justin in his collaboration with ZAHAROFF. And then we move along, what was it, 2 years later?
Yeah, 2 years later.
2 years later. Oh, I feel this is so disrespectful. I can't even show this bottle with all these fingerprints on it. I mean, it's a fingerprint magnet.
It sure is. That's why we had to kind of
get that straight. So this is the second creation from Justin, Second Soul. 2 years later in collaboration with ZAHAROFF. Now these bottles, I mean, this version came in the 4 ounce bottles.
4 ounce.
And it was like mind blown, you know, and people were just very excited for just the, you know, the bigger bottles. And I'm very grateful. Don't get me wrong. I love the 60 ml presentation, very sleek, very nice with the presentation. But the half second soul in the 4.0 bottle, and I'm not going to lie, this is very much so borderline top 10 in my collection. Man. And I got a lot of fragrances. And now I have to wear this sparingly. I got a little dent in there.
A little dent, yes.
Since I've had it, and I wear it sparingly. I love Second Soul. When I smell Second Soul, it was kind of like my vibe in a bottle, like me. If I had to describe like certain parts of myself, it's in Second Soul. Just how smooth. It's a vibe. It's a very a matter of fact fragrance. It's confident. You can tell that it's a fragrance that has matured from, not saying that Brass and Soul is immature, but it's a mature take on this DNA with Second Soul. It's kind of like a coming out party like with this fragrance, as far as like the maturity and, you know, going up to, you know, whatever next level in life that you have. That's how I view it. So Second Soul is, it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous scent and very, very much so well done. So for those who are kind of geeking out right now, well, how can I get my hands on that? It's going to cost you a penny.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend you spending the crazy prices that you can see for Second Soul on eBay.
No.
But if you do it, I get it. I get it. Second Soul. And then just recently, Z Creators 3.0. I'm going to start off with this beautiful packaging here. And here is the packaging of Seamless Soul. Get that in focus. There it is, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This kind of you can see throughout the creation on the box, you can see things intertwining with one another. That's how I see it. You can see these energies kind of intertwining, especially around the Z of the ZAHAROFF logo. And it's just a lot of motion going on with this packaging. And then when I smelled the fragrance, it made sense. And here we are. Seamless Soul. I already have a little dent.
I see a little dent there. Yep, undeniable, man.
Seamless Soul. So
appreciate that.
Justin, Seamless Soul. I know you have done live streams on your own channel and you've had conversations about your fragrance, but for those who are not aware of the story of Seamless Soul, something that you and Grace beautifully created, especially at the stage that you guys are in your lives right now. For those who don't know, could you let us know the story of Seamless Soul?
I appreciate it. Yes. So the first thing I want to say is that all three fragrances are still connected. So while Seamless Soul is a new DNA, which it is intended to be both in the scent itself and what it represents, it is still connected. It would not exist if it wasn't for what came before it. Brass and Soul was essentially the story of me as an individual, my singular melody, my voice, sharing with the world. Second Soul was me meeting my wife, our voices uniting in harmony, creating something deeper and richer of my own. You know, what I had before has now been enriched by the presence of her in my life. Seamless Soul is us coming together to obviously blend ourselves, because we did just have a child earlier this year. And while that, you know, you could say, okay, well, it's just a mix of her and me, and you put it together and it's a fragrance. It's like, yes, but when you think of a new child, yes, it is a blend of the DNA of their parents, but simultaneously they are their own new being and their own new DNA that they will then, you know, carry on if that's how it goes. So we wanted to represent that here. We wanted it to be, yes, a combination of characteristics from her in terms of her personality, that freshness, that brightness, that aromatic quality, that pop that you get when you first spray Seamless Soul. That is my wife for sure. She's a ray of sunshine. When she enters a room and she smiles, everybody sees it. And we wanted to represent that here. It just made sense for, you know, the top half, so to speak, of the fragrance. And as it dries down, it's a little bit more of me. It's warmer. It's not necessarily dark, but darker. There's more texture going on with the woods and the smokiness and from the incense and the fir balsam and all that. And there's this seamless transition between the two and a seamless adjoining of the two. So it is kind of all one accord all at once. You can almost detect everything right away, but it just naturally reveals itself more as it dries. So that is virtually the story. You know, people were asking, you know, before we even announced this, they're like, when's Third Soul coming out? You know, because they knew, okay, yeah, you're having a baby, you're gonna do a new fragrance. Naturally, it's just gonna be Third Soul. And it's like, no, I'm not doing no Third Soul. That, I mean, that is so corny to me. It was just so predictable.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I know we want to make something in commemoration of that, but we didn't want it to be so overt, so obvious. So this is technically Third Soul for those who are asking for it, but we wanted to give it, you know, a little bit more substance. So that, in a nutshell, is the story behind Seamless Soul. One other thing I forgot to mention as far as the scent goes, this is something that you really only get when you smell it up close, especially at first spray. You get this like kind of green aspect in the heart of the scent. And for us, that's kind of the glue of the fragrance, even though it's only up close, even though it's kind of fleeting. That represents the place that we met and live, which is the Pacific Northwest, which is naturally a very verdant area, lots of greenery, lots of forestry, just lots of beautiful scenery. And there's just a lot of magic to this area for us and our relationship and how it started. So we wanted to represent that here because it is a part of the story as well. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well.
A beautiful story. And I'm not going to lie. I figured that the third time around, once I learned about the project, I said, well, there's only a couple of directions that Justin could go. Well, I mean, you can go any direction, but just in with what I know of you and what I've seen in the creations before, I said the man has a family now. Like he has a family. He has a little soldier running around the house, and you know he's married now. And for someone who totally understands the evolution of that, you know, me being a married man myself, and father of 3, I was like, the story will continue through family.
Yeah.
You know, and when I was able to catch the back half of the live with you, Omos, and Ross and George, and you started to really get into it, I was like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that he's tying everything that he's experienced in his life over the past few years into this new release. It just makes sense, you know, just makes sense to do so. So for me, the very first wearing that I wore of this, I wore it to the office, and I smelled it on. I was so excited. I got the fragrances in, and I just so happened to be doing nothing at the time they came in on that Friday, and I popped them open and did a first impressions video, like literally in 30 minutes of the package getting to my front. And I said, why not? I said, why not? I said, why not? Let's just go ahead and do it. And I'm glad that I did, because I was able to get a sense of everything, just what it could be like. But then the full wearing of Seamless Soul, my goodness, it took me on a ride, man. It took me on a ride. In the immediate opening, I'm just going to spray on my on my left hand here. But in the immediate opening, I got this freshness, as you spoke about. I said, this is okay. We're really fresh here. Kind of started to remind me a little bit of the angle of Brass and Soul. Because Brass and Soul is so fresh and just a really daily driver. And I said, okay, you know, the fresh route. But then as I continued to wear this and experience this, 2 things really stood out. Is one, how the vetiver plays in here off of my skin, and the collision of that tonka bean and amberwood. Now, recently with amberwood, I've been getting into fragrances like Regalian's Mystic, ZAHAROFF, Alexandria 2, that kind of dwell in that amberwood. So I was able to pick it up as the fragrance continued to dry down and clashing with that tonka bean. And it's like a totally different fragrance in the dry down than what you get in the immediate opening. I said, okay, we're talking perfumery here. We're talking perfumery because in my personal experience, I noticed the very out and open transitions of this fragrance.
Hmm.
And in the creation of this fragrance, Justin, was that a goal? Was that a goal? Because you get transition in your previous two, but for me, I think the three-headed transition is very apparent here, more than the first two, in my opinion.
I agree. Yes, that is the result of kind of that was the last ditch effort that kind of became what it is today. The only direction that I gave to Vince before he went into the cave was, I was just like, we need to expand this fragrance. Like, it needs the dimensionality. It was nice. It was beautiful, but it was not captivating. It was not transitioning as we needed it to. It was almost like it was starting off in the mid and then drying down. And I was like, we're missing something up here.
Okay.
So I just said, we need something, some kind of radiance, some kind of lift to the top. And that's the only thing I told him. And I didn't say what to put in. I just said, we need something that pops. So then that's when he came out with what it is. And as a result, yes, that was what we were looking for. We were looking for a multi-staged kind of transition, and to the point where, yes, maybe that 7-8 hour mark, when you get a whiff of it, it's like, this is quite different from what it was when you first sprayed it. And yes, so it was intended. We didn't know exactly how we were going to execute it, because I didn't know if we would, but we did ultimately.
So I really, really enjoy this fragrance. So for those who are in the business of finding something versatile, something to be a daily driver, while being able to experience something that is not like everything else that is out there, this is something, while you can, to look into. I am a huge fan, just kind of stripping away the YouTube stuff and me reviewing fragrances and all of that. Just strip all that away. To my core, give me a versatile fragrance that I can wear every single day, and I'm good to go. Don't get me wrong. I love those complex, unique profiles that just kind of gets the blood flowing. I love those. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, my real life, when I get up in the morning, I take my children to school, and then I come home and I work out at the gym or going on a run, and then I get ready for my day as I go into work. Like, these are real life things that I'm looking for something to complement that. And here we are.
Yes.
Here we are. So I'm very appreciative of the angle, for sure. And as this continues to dry down and really settle down on my skin, the slight green touches, man, are just, so don't get me wrong, guys. This is not a green fragrance.
No.
This is not a green fragrance. You get touches of green here, and that green dwindles down as the fragrance continues to develop here.
Yep.
And for those gentlemen out there, and well, this is unisex as well. I believe a woman can definitely wear this fragrance for sure. There's nothing about this that is like overly masculine. Oh yeah, brother. It's not. You're not getting none of that, in my opinion, here. With Seamless Soul, you are getting something that is unisex, but I could see when someone smells this, they could say, okay, it leans a little bit masculine. I totally would get that. And Justin, I'm assuming, with as involved as Grace is with this project, that was the angle for the unisex route. Yes,
definitely. Yeah, I mean, you know, she had her hand a little bit even in Second Soul, at least at the tail end, when I had kind of like decided on what it was going to be, and she signed off. When she signed off, I knew that was it. But Second Soul was the fragrance that she really never wore. She wore a little bit of Brass and Soul, because she was around for that release as well. Second Soul, she didn't go near, because that was very, very masculine. Seamless Soul was the first time that she had her hand in the fragrance from the beginning. We came up with the narrative and the brief together, and every step of the way we made decisions together. We
Okay.
sampled all the modifications we were getting together. We made separate notes and we would compare notes. We'd have, go to dinner at a restaurant and then we would take out our notes and like, okay, so this mod I think has a little bit too much of that. And, so naturally it was going to be something, if she was going to sign off on it just as much as I was, then it was going to be something that she would want to wear herself. And she was testing the fragrances as much as I was. In fact, this is going to sound crazy. I have yet to get a compliment wearing Seamless Soul.
Wow.
Grace has worn it about as much as me and has been complimented on it more than any other fragrance she's ever worn in her entire life.
Interesting.
Now, yes, very. Now, guys out there who haven't picked it up yet or haven't tried it, and that is concerning to you, don't be concerned because numerous guys I know who've been sending me messages, leaving comments saying, oh, yep, It's me compliments left, here, and right. So it's not like, oh, it smells like a women's fragrance that women like or people like on women. No. It's just a circumstance. For whatever reason, the places I've been to wearing it, no one said anything. But with her, like every day during the testing phase, she was like, I had 2 or 3 more today. I'm like, man, I don't get some love here. But yeah, so she wears it as much as I do. Yeah.
Well, it is something. It is something that's going to speak to a specific people.
Yeah.
With the profile, and I think it's one of the more versatile. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's one of the more versatile home runs that you could have in your collection today.
Man,
and I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of Justin. Me and Justin are good friends at this point. Mm-hmm. So it is something that I'm saying just strictly on the profile, and I'm going to put a massive dent in this fragrance because of what I said a few minutes ago, man. Like, this just fits my personal day-to-day setup. Mm-hmm. Down here in Jacksonville, we get a little bit of cool to cold air for a little while. And yes, I take advantage of that. But normally around here, it is warm. Yes. It is warm. It is warm. It is warm. Beautiful, warm until the mouth of the devil opens up and the heat comes out a couple of months out of the year. But typically, these are the type of fragrances that get me through the year. And I'm just very happy to have another fragrance that I can call, yes, it's versatile, but it's not like anything else out there. It's not like anything else. I want to go over the note breakdown of Seamless Soul for those who don't know about it yet. And this is according to our friends over at Parfumo. Yes. Main accords: sweet, citrus, woody, fruity, and fresh. The only thing I would add there is a little green. I would add a green note there, but I can see why they probably didn't do that.
Sure.
The fragrance pyramid, top notes: aniseed, cardamom, grapefruit, green apple, which I get a lot on my skin in the opening, lemon, Saskatchewan pepper in the heart, cedarwood, fir balsam, frankincense, and magnolia. And in the base, that amberwood that I was talking about. I don't know if it's because I have been diving into more amberwood style scents, so I was able to pick it up, but I picked it up. So amberwood, moss, musk, tonka bean, vanilla, and vetiver, which on my skin shows up pretty early.
Like same. Do you feel like vetiver, that's typical of vetiver for you in general? It's the same for me. I don't know what it is about the skin, but sometimes vetiver eats fragrances alive that I wear. It'll take over. And I was nervous because Vince was like, I want to put vetiver in here. And I love vetiver, but I'm like, man, I don't want it to take over the scent, at least for me, because I don't know how I'll talk about it objectively if all I get is vetiver.
Sure.
But thankfully it doesn't. It's the right amount. It definitely is up front, at least on my skin. It seems like as it is for yours, but it just supports the scent in it.
I was just about to say it's a support note. In here because as it starts to dry down, like I said, I get a lot of green apple in the opening for sure. That amberwood, that tonka bean, I love that combination. I love it. It's just one of the most delightful smells to me. At
Yes.
least what it does on my skin for sure. So
Yeah, amberwood is definitely kind of a trendy note, especially these days. You're
mhm,
seeing, I mean, it's for the last couple years, I would say at the very least, it has been permeating a lot of new releases as a bass note, as a supporting player, as a vibe. It is a vibe kind of all of its own as an ingredient. And it is kind of what it sounds like, I guess, for those who aren't familiar with it.
mhm,
It is kind of a sweet, warm, ambery, kind of dry, woody vibe. It's like this
mhm,
nuance that kind of hovers and almost like creates a membrane around things, or just acts as this bed that things are just kind of on top of. And yeah, I think the one thing that I didn't want in this fragrance was for the amberwood to kind of just take over and be everything, because a lot of fragrances do that
mhm,
these days, where they just dry down to just almost straight up amberwood all by
mhm,
itself, and it
mhm.
smells great,
Yeah.
but at the same time it just kind of makes them all smell the same to each other. So I think the balance here is pretty good. I think where we ended up with the amberwood.
No, for sure. For sure. I think you that's exactly what happened. The amberwood did not get out of hand, so to speak, with this
Yeah.
fragrance. So like even now, like the vetiver is like creeping in, like the green apple is kind of settling in.
Hmm.
The vetiver is starting to kind of rival the green apple right now. So I just love the transition of this fragrance. And like I said a few minutes ago, that was one of the things that really stood out to me, was the transition of this fragrance, like for sure. So all my gentlemen and ladies out there who are looking for something very versatile, for just daily wear,
Yeah.
it's something to look into. Samples are available on ZAHAROFF. I'll have it linked down below where you can tap in while you can, because I'm assuming it's going to be the same go around this time around. Once they're gone, right?
That's it.
That's
They're
it.
gone. Yep. Yep. And they're almost gone. Like
I believe
it's,
it.
I'm sure, I think we've made it known over the course of this run how overwhelming the response has been, especially from launch. People just kind of swooping in, scooping it up so quickly and so fervently. And we did not anticipate that. We were thinking, okay, we're good. This will maybe draw out, through the winter. Hopefully, we're done by the spring. No, yo, I don't think we're gonna make it to New Year's. Like for sure, we will not make it to New Year's. So
Not
those
surprised.
of you, yeah, those of you who have been thinking about it, sitting on your hands, balancing on the fence, like trying not to fall one way or the other,
Yeah,
like I'd say just fall one way or the other. Either decide you're not gonna do it, or decide you're gonna do it. Because it's
I
gonna be
agree.
gone.
So let me take a small break here. Hold on one second, Justin.
Yes.
Nepalese Szechuan pepper. Did I mess it up for you enough, Lions Pride? Nepalese Saskatchewan pepper.
That is so funny, man. I didn't even catch it.
Shout
That
out
is
Lions
too
Pride.
good. Just clowning. All right.
Yeah. Shout out. For those who don't know, I am the butcher senior here. I will butcher any word available to man, and I am not ashamed.
Good, man. I love
I
that. The butcher.
yeah, the
It's like,
butcher
hey,
senior
don't.
here. Yeah, for
That's
sure, for
amazing.
sure. All right, Justin, man. So we're creeping in on an hour. We still have 96 strong. I
Yes,
do have a couple maybe kind of rapid fire questions
of course.
that I want to ask you. And please, guys, we're not going to hold Justin all night long. So any questions that you do have, I would recommend you dropping them now. But I'm going to ask a couple of questions here. And again, I'd be remiss. Seamless Soul. Okay. Again, don't take my word for it. In this situation, you're going to probably have to make a decision there, because once they're gone, they're gone. Samples are available. But I state this again. This is something that a man or a woman can definitely wear. If you're looking for something versatile, a daily driver that does not smell like anything really on the market. I have not smelled anything on the market like Seamless Soul. It has great performance. Now, I did up my sprays. Normally, I am around that 6 to 8 sprays of like really anything that I wear.
Sure.
But when I was first spraying it, I said I might want to put a few more sprays on. I don't think it mattered, honestly. But
I mean, I think there's something to that. You know,
okay,
I'm not too different from you in that, you know, maybe 5 to 7, 5 to 8 range. And, you know, it's not typical that you add more sprays of a fragrance and you get better longevity. That's not really how it works.
right.
But strangely enough, I have noticed, like, yeah, when I've hit that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe 7 to 9
Mm-hmm.
mark, like a
Yeah,
little bit more liberally,
yeah,
I'm like, huh,
yeah.
it's working. I don't know what's going on, but anyway,
And that's
yeah.
what happened to me too. That's what happened to me too. I was like, hold up, this is going pretty strong here. Going into hour 7. And I was like, okay. So those who may have questions about the performance, I can only speak to me. Now, I do spray my clothing as well. All right, I
Yeah.
spray my skin and I do spray my clothing. And the combination of the two, which obviously gives me my experience, but very good performance here. This is not a loud fragrance.
No.
It's not a screaming fragrance. It's none of that, but it does create a nice bubble around you that when you're in passing or passing someone or in a maybe an office setting or something where you're going to be encountering other people, maybe in a 2 to 3 feet range, there's a good possibility for those who are looking for a conversation or a compliment could happen. Just
Yeah.
ask Grace. Just ask Grace. Because
For
she
real.
has been getting the compliment. So Seamless
real.
Soul, highly recommend it this way. Beautiful fragrance, great job. This is a wonderful project, and just a big salute to you, Justin and Grace, and your family, and just everything that went into this. I'm pretty sure you're very proud of how this turned out, and you should be. You should be.
Appreciate it. Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
sir.
It was a lot of, it was some work. We toiled a little bit, so we're proud when it was finished for sure.
For sure. All right, Justin. Now, these are some selfish questions. I see the questions coming in for Justin. We're going to get to them. So, for me personally, Justin, do you watch content? And if you do, or when you get the chance to watch content, who do you watch?
That's a great question. On occasion, yes, I definitely don't watch it as much as I used to, especially with the little one running around these
Sure.
days. The way my wife and I schedules work out, we're doing primary childcare, so she's got him a couple of days. Those are days I'm working, trying to get videos done. I got him a couple of days. I'm not getting any work done on those days. So content watching happens in the cracks of life, I would say. And for the most part, these days, I definitely will watch Ross. I'll keep up on him, especially his shorts. They always pop up. Definitely keeping up with your stuff as much as I can. In fact, I just watched one of your shorts just yesterday. It was your Parisian Musk first impressions. I saw that. Who else am I? Kuba, no, every now and then I catch
Kuba.
some of his stuff. Always entertaining.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, just a handful of folks who happen to pop up. And yeah, I might watch a video, half a video at a time before I got to be on to the next thing. But yes, to answer your question, on occasion, I'm watching some content. Definitely don't watch as much as I'd like to, but it's just the way life goes.
Okay. Let's see. So recommendations. All right. So for those, just not nothing specific, not nothing categorized. Just right now, with everything you're experiencing, obviously with Seamless Soul and the Sunkissed Island and Ibriades. Go ahead, help me out here, Justin. Ibere. All right.
Yep.
Obviously with those fragrances, you smelled a lot of those for sure. What are some just recommendations that you would put out there? Don't worry about a category.
Sure.
What are maybe 2 or 3 fragrances that just kind of pop to your mind right there that you would say it's worth getting a sample?
Yes. I mean, it's a great question. And I always like to speak from that question based on what I've currently been wearing. Even if it's not like the newest, latest stuff. A fragrance that I wore yesterday, I wonder if you've tried this, Dedrick. If you love vetiver, Incident Diplomatique from Javoy.
I have not.
Man.
Okay.
That one, it's so vetiver. It's dry,
Okay.
kind of grassy, earthy, almost with this illusion of booziness,
Okay.
almost like dripping wet vetiver, like almost like whiskey or something, but there's no booze in it. It's just like a shadow of
Hmm.
booze with has some citrus, like juicy mandarin orange, a little bit of nutmeg and vetiver, maybe even a touch of patchouli. It's a simple scent. It's
Okay.
kind of linear, but it smells like no other vetiver that I've tried. But you gotta love vetiver. So I think if
Okay.
you are
Yeah.
a
For
vetiver
sure. For
fan,
sure.
that one is great to
Okay.
try. What else have I been wearing? Um, one of my go-to fougères for
Mm,
especially for the fall time is Tom Ford Fougère d'Argent. Man, that one, I don't know what
okay.
it is. I don't know if everybody digs it like I do. There's a magic to it for me.
Mm-hmm.
It uses Akigala wood, which to be honest, I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of sick of Akigala wood. It's kind of everywhere these days, but it manages to use it in a way that's not pervasive. It doesn't define the scent. It's just like such a unique um, addition to that typical fougere
Mm-hmm.
formula. So that one, I'll always recommend that one. It's a very sexy fougere, very modern,
Sure.
sexy fougere.
Sure.
So
I have a sample of that one.
yeah, those are two. Those are is that three that I named?
That's two. That's two.
Two, yeah, two. I think that's good. They're two great ones. I could go on and on about.
Sure. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. Those two are some of my favorites right now for sure.
We could be here for hours.
Yes, I know on
For
both
sure.
sides. I know. Yes.
Well, I got I don't really know how this happened, but I got a party crasher here. This guy just very
Mm,
just wants to get in here, and he keeps
yes,
popping in and popping out. So
I
let's bring
love
this guy
those.
on, man. Let's bring this guy and see what we get here. Let's see, where's he at? Where's he at? There he
Popping
is.
in and popping
Oh
out.
man.
You click a link one time and now you're popping in and you're popping out. Huh?
What's
I
up,
had
my
a
guy?
feeling. I had a
What's
feeling.
up, fellas? I figured I'd come crash the party so we could complete the top 3 most goated fragrance content
Yes,
creators
and
from the video earlier today.
oh yeah,
It's
Dio.
nice. It's nice to see a young buck that's not just glazing Jeremy's nonsense and actually likes real fragrance content. So shout out to him.
For sure.
Appreciate you, man.
Right to him.
So,
Ross,
how are
where
you
are you?
gentlemen doing? I
Doing
am
good.
I am on the 9th floor at a high rise on the beach. We just got back from dinner. I told Dedrick if I had a little time, I'd come jump in and say hello. So this
Okay.
was plotted and planned earlier. You just didn't know about it.
Perfect,
So
man.
I've been
Great.
kind of hanging out since we got home. Heidi just took a shower. I took my shower before, so we'll be getting comfortable here in a little bit. But I wanted to come pop in and say hello. I don't watch a lot of stuff. I don't have time these days, especially in the evenings. You guys know I go to bed so early now.
Yeah,
But the two of you getting together, I had to come say hello.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy anniversary to you and Heidi.
Yes,
Hopefully,
happy anniversary,
dinner
man.
was delicious.
It was. We both had the blackened grouper with buttered asparagus, corn salsa. I had roasted tricolor carrots, and she
Okay.
had mashed potatoes with her.
Man, you better stop, man. I haven't
It
had
was
dinner yet.
phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
Talking
I
to
bet
two
it was.
hungry people here, probably because I haven't eaten
Seriously.
It was
Yeah.
so good. It was
I'm
very
glad my
good.
AirPods can't hear my stomach. So
yet.
Yeah, for sure. So, if you don't mind, there's one thing I would, because immediately as soon as Dedrick said it and Justin didn't stop you and correct you, the chat started bringing it up. Chat, there are no samples. That is
oh yes.
incorrect. Samples are not available. Because
Okay.
as soon as you said that, Dedrick, they started. Where can I get samples? No,
Oh,
you
I didn't
can't.
know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, yeah, because you and I didn't talk about it. I
Oh,
forgot to
okay.
mention it. I forgot to mention it to you. So, fun fact: the demand was so high while we were packing pre-orders. George decided no samples. We need the oil to supply the demand. So that's
Oh,
why the samples ended up. Nobody got them in their pre-orders. I was
10-4.
breaking the news in shorts videos, trying to update everybody
Okay.
to let them know. But yeah, the demand has just been so high, and Justin's being modest with saying they won't make it to New Year's. Guys, they ain't making it to Thanksgiving. You ain't eating turkey with bottles available. You know, so God's honest truth, God, it's unreal. As I know Justin touched on already, unreal the reception of this round. I think it's
Sure.
fair to say, huh, Justin?
I mean, yeah, we we were not planning on this type of reception at all. We were honestly just unprepared. Now I'm thankful that we were able to get pretty much all the pre-orders out the door in very limited time when we did meet in Chicago. But that was
We
kind of
actually
all
didn't get
hands
all
on
of them
deck.
though.
Yes, I mean a good portion of them, more than I
Yeah,
thought
we
we
got the
would get.
we got the bulk.
Honestly,
We definitely.
yeah,
Thank God we had so many people. We had the 6 of us, you and Grace, Jordan and Cheyenne, myself and Heidi, plus extra help. Thank God we had extra help that
yeah,
day.
yeah,
Man,
and
unbelievable.
it's been amazing. I mean, obviously, just compared to the last 2 runs, we were just thinking, yeah, it's gonna go how it's been before. You know, we'll be done maybe, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months, whatever it is, and then it's like, how many months? 2 less.
Well, that's them being hopeful they're still available in a month, because in 3 days it makes 30 days since we started the pre-sale.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
We started October 15th. It's November
Yes.
A lot of
12th.
support. A lot
Yeah,
of support for sure. A lot of support is go around.
yeah,
And the
And
community was very excited.
and the feedback I've been seeing, even with some of the crazy comparisons, you crazy cats, it's the moral of every story has been how much they love it. That's been the main thing. For as
Yeah, a lot of
much
love.
as I would pull, as much as I would pull my hair out if I had some with some of these comparisons, both for him and for me.
Yes.
People love it, and that's all that matters.
Mhm.
On behalf of everyone, I can't thank any of you watching that have them enough for the love, the support, the knowing that you got your money's worth. That's the main thing, I think would be fair to say, right, Justin? It looks like people feel like they got their money's worth.
Yeah, no, the response has been very humbling from all angles. Again, even though it has come amidst some interesting observations and experiences with the fragrances, everything has mostly been just admiration and praise. So we're just grateful for you guys who've taken a chance on us, and it's paying off, and you're enjoying it.
Yeah, for sure. For
How
sure.
about how about my man Jordan for his first time out, huh?
It's exciting to see the reception because, yeah, obviously none of us knew exactly what he was going to come up with, coming out of the from behind the curtain, so to speak, once everything was said and done. And yeah, we got our nose in and we're like, okay, he came out swinging.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Go ahead, Justin.
No, and I mean, and it's great to see that people could recognize that too. They're like, I don't know who this guy is, but dang, what is this fragrance?
And another thank you I want to give is the trust you guys have put in not only ZAHAROFF, but me and Justin. Because I think a lot of what happened here now, especially with swapping out to a new third that's more unknown in the space, more personal friend that just loves fragrances. Just because he's a famous wrestler doesn't mean people in the fragrance community care, right?
Exactly.
So the moral of the point I'm looking forward to this thank you is the trust in me and Justin. Because we've been here from the start, and it's like it was a big to do with it's all right, we're leading the charge here. And I think we keep saying the word equity. We've used that a lot through this process. The equity we seem to have built with everyone. That's the thing I'm the most thankful for is, we're telling real stories with original scent profiles. We're really directing the ship when it comes with the perfumers and what we want with George and everything. And the freedom that George gives us to do that. He literally affords us his resources and says, I made the joke not long ago, nobody blind buys like George ZAHAROFF blind buys. This man legitimately doesn't smell these fragrances till he gets the oil in to go to the fillers and spends thousands and thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
So thank all of you for that trust, because it's a big trust and expenditure and investment for George. And it just goes to show through the process of almost 6 years now of you guys trusting us to know you're going to get something great,
That's
so
right.
thank you all for that.
For sure, man. Yeah, great project for sure. This time around, man, all 3 of the fragrances are different. So while you can, guys, tap in while you can. So my apologies, no samples are available. But the bottles are still there. Ross doesn't seem to think they're going to make it through Thanksgiving. So that's only in a couple of weeks, guys. So if you're interested, you definitely might want to take the opportunity while you can, because once these things hit eBay and hit Everywhere else, Lord
my
knows
God.
what.
Oh,
Lord
good
knows
Lord.
what's going to turn.
Y'all will see what I'm talking about when the first one of us sells out within the next, realistically, Justin, what, 6-7 days, realistically?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to say who, but somebody's about to sell out in a matter of a handful of days.
That's right. And I think the effects will be immediate of like
Sure.
people
It's a
who
wake-up
got their
call.
backups and they're going to activate. Those things are going to go for sale.
Sure.
And then you're going to see those prices.
For sure.
Some of them,
Yes, indeed.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So just I'm going to ask you a few questions because I think I just heard my stomach growl, and I just think
Grouper, blackened
right.
grouper. I'm telling
Thank you, Ross.
appreciate that, Ross.
you.
Thank you for
Appreciate
the
you.
insight. And
Could you
get me
describe
on
the
edge
texture?
here.
How is the temperature?
It was
What was the
actually
seasoning?
moderately warm. I think the way I was telling Heidi was I think
went
they
into
baked it, then seared it because it
Yeah.
was juicy but still cooked through and through. They
Man.
didn't over season it. You know how blackened sometimes they like make a seasoning crust that's too much.
Oh man, yeah,
This
you're
was-
about to have technical difficulties explaining this. Ross has experienced had technical difficulties, so we're
Man.
get him out of here. Dutch, what's up, my guy? Dutch wants to know, Justin. Ask Justin, how does Seamless Soul perform with over?
My man Dutch out here wilding all the time.
Go hurt somebody bad.
Dutch is a real one. I feel like
for sure.
every fragrance I've ever mentioned in a live stream that he's been on, he said, "Oh, I've tried that one. I've tried that one. Oh yeah, that one's good." I'm like,
Dutch a real
man,
one
you
for
have
sure.
smelled
Dutch is cool, man. I've done a
Yeah.
live stream with Dutch on my sneaker channel. Dutch is cool, man.
Yeah, Dutch is
Actually with Dedrick. Me and Dedrick and Dutch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how I
that's
met
talking
Dutch.
about, oh
Yep.
yeah, 1,000 sprays of red tobacco and all this.
Here's a interesting. Speaking of what Ross was talking about, comparisons. Justin, how do you feel about the comparisons to Parfums de Marly Greenly? I was first to compare it to Frappin. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that on Fragrantica. All right. So he's asking, what are your thoughts, I guess, on it being compared to Greenly? For one reason and one reason only. I'm assuming
the hot button.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard that yet till just now. So that's what.
Oh, it's been a private discussion.
Yes,
I have not heard that one. I have not heard that until just now. Okay.
I mean, I'm happy to hear that, Dedrick, because that tells me that it doesn't remind you of Greenly.
No,
if it's not right on your mind. My experience with Greenly is from a decant. I've talked about it here and there over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, or whenever 2-3 years, however long it's been out. And I don't like Greenly. I've been pretty open about that. It's just not my taste. And I think the reason is because I have an association with it. It reminds me of a shampoo I used in middle school.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm not trying to smell like a shampoo. But I understand why people tie Seamless Soul to it because of the apple. But I feel like that's really it. That's all that you could really draw line between is, oh, that has that apple, then it's Greenly. It's like, wait, no, it's not. I mean, I've seen some people saying all I get is Greenly. It is just straight up Greenly top to bottom. And I'm like, I mean, I haven't worn Greenly that much. I imagine that anyone who's saying that knows Greenly better than me. But I'm like, you know Greenly better than me, and it's coming off. I don't get that. I don't get Greenly at all. In fact, I was shocked when people were saying Greenly. Now the Luminese thing, that's actually the first I've heard or seen that. I actually haven't even looked at Fragrantica since we launched the fragrances, because I knew there's going to be some mess and craziness up in there that I didn't want to let into my psyche. Luminese, I got it under my shirt. I could kind of see maybe the opening being tied to Luminese, not the apple. Luminese is not an apple fragrance, but the bright citruses like the grapefruit, and Luminese is a very, very bright citrusy aromatic top. So I could see like the vibe of Luminese being compared to that. Actually feels a little bit more reasonable than Greenlee for me, even though Greenlee has the direct note comparison. But I would say ultimately different fragrance. Seamless Soul is just a different fragrance. It has a different type of dimension than Greenlee, than Luministe, than really anything that I have tried. To me, Seamless Soul is a unique scent. And, you know, Grace and I, we've spent a lot of time with it in lab sample form, you know, smelling it every day, every couple of days, and just like really trying to be honest with each other. It's like, does it remind you of anything? And she's like, no. And I'm like, I have smelled thousands of fragrances. This doesn't remind me of anything. But it makes sense that it will remind someone of something. But it's just been very interesting to see how fervent people are about, you know, some people have been like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Greenlee at first, and then it changes, and I love it. And
How about the one Aventus one I told you about?
I don't understand.
There was one in the Zed Lounge on Facebook that said he might be watching. Sorry, I'm not gonna throw your name out there to put you out there, but straight up said reminded him of Aventus with Apple. I said, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, I think Aventus already has Apple, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't
not
get
dominant
Aventus
like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
No, but yeah, I don't. The Aventus never crossed my mind. Like I could, you could say, oh, it has Apple, it has moss, it has some woods, but Aventus is just kind of this big mash of so many things that it can cover ground with so many different fragrances. And if you put a couple of those ingredients together in a different fragrance, it's like, okay, I guess I could kind of see it, but the vibe is not Aventus at all.
Yeah, I mean, this is like I said, this is the first I have heard of a Greenlee comparison. And the only
that's the main one, though.
That is the main one.
Well,
because of that Apple.
I do content every day, even in my comments on Seamless Soul and just talk. No one has mentioned it around this way, so I don't know if the conversation's that loud out there. But to compare it to Greenlee, it's kind of laughable. Because of the Apple aspect of it. Okay, yeah, I get it. Like, you know, that if that's what you're going to base it on, it's kind of like the pineapple thing with Aventus. So anything that has pineapple in it smells like Aventus.
Amen.
I just think people, you know, when you spend time with it and you really get a chance to get to know it and you wear it out, like I'm gonna use EQ's line, put your feet on grass somewhere. Go touch some grass and maneuver around and just wearing it. Like I have Greenlee, and I personally like Greenlee. I have it, and I personally like it. I wear it in the spring all the time. But to compare it to Seamless Soul for the Apple, like, no. No.
See, my thing with it, I'm with y'all outside of the Apple because there's more differences than there are similarities. Because Greenlee's a very fresh, green, woody apple scent. Fresh, very fresh. I understand the shampoo take. Others have said that about it as well. I get it. There is that green apple shampoo out there that relates to it. Whereas this, right off Jump Street, immense spice from that Timor pepper. There's your big separator right in the opening. So I don't get that. Then the fir balsam, the moss, the vetiver. It's a much earthier, greener fragrance. It gets a little powdery, that kind of dusty element Justin speaks of. Like I find there's more differences than there is similarities. But again, it's like, it's one of those deals where even when they're saying this, they're like, but I love it so much. Oh my God, it's amazing. So it's like, we got to kind of take the thing that drives us nuts as the creator and creative minds behind it with, they love it. You know, it's like, shut up. They bought it. They love it.
Right. And look, in the space of the fragrance community, you know, it's, you know, you smell what you smell. you smell what you smell. It does what it does for you. But you know, that comparison, I get it. But those who are sitting watching right now and saying like, oh well, you know, it smells like Greenlee, I already have that. Don't shortchange your experience. That's all I'm gonna say. Everybody's nose is different. Everybody reacts to things differently, but this is a different experience compared to Parfums de Marly Greenlee. I'm just going to put that there. You do with it what you will, but it's offensive in my opinion. You know, the hard work that Justin and Grace and everybody involved has put into this fragrance.
A lot too.
To compare
Justin,
it to,
they put so much time into that fragrance.
Yeah,
man.
to compare it to a fragrance out there I understand it. I'm not going to act like I don't. I understand it. All right. I do get the conversation. We all have them. All right. But like, just see for yourself. All right. I'm just going to leave it at that. Just see for yourself. But no, never heard that until tonight.
Well, I've just been enjoying Virgin Island water on Heidi. She was wearing it earlier. I mean, that's what I've been battling Virgin Island water. So, and anybody that watched my initial video or the live stream we did to launch it, I said the main goal was to make sure nobody could say it smells like Virgin Island water.
Exactly.
It smells like sunscreen. And what have people been saying? I feel like it's on purpose.
Yeah,
it's starting to feel like it's to troll me. I think it's to troll me.
I had to get a guy out of my comments on just letting me know of what he called. He said the Virgin Island parfum. That's what he said it was, or whatever. With the fragrance thing.
No.
And I asked him one question. I just asked him one question. I said, "Bro, did you actually smell it?"
That's what I'm saying, man.
Did you actually smell it, or are you kind of, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, man. And look, it's
back, and I deleted his comment.
And look, even with those, it goes back to what I was saying a minute ago. It's like, but shut up, Ross. They bought it and they're still saying they love it.
Yeah,
you know, it's that fine line we're having to deal with on it. You know.
Yeah, sure, and it comes with it, right? I'm sure you guys know.
Yeah,
that.
There's no getting around it. It will always happen that way.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I did see someone. I think it was James asking, "Hey, give me a reason to snag Sunkissed Island." Well, James, I'll tell you this. Actually, I just filmed a video today that will include Sunkissed Island. That'll probably be out sometime next week. It was a transported fragrances video. And Sunkissed Island, I mean, Ross knew. I mean, I'm not going to go into the whole story about Sunkissed Island, how it came to be, because that's a whole like a half-hour conversation there. But Ross knew what he was getting into when he decided to go in this direction, because as Ross knows, and as he admitted to, it is the space that Sunkissed Island occupies as a fragrance profile is a very crowded space.
Flooded.
Yes, in the fragrance market, as far as this tropical, beachy, solar, under the sun kind of vibe. I mean, that has been done to death. It's a timeless profile. It'll continue to be done forever. But it's a very daring endeavor to say, I'm going to make one, but I'm going to make it unlike all the others. And you get people's attention when you say that. So when it came to be, I got my nose on it, and Ross was already sure. He was like, this is it. And I was like, okay, I feel like he did it. I feel like he did what he aimed to do, which was to make something that
when I started amping people up leading into it, I was saying your next favorite fragrance, your favorite pickup of 2025. And everybody's, he's just hyping up his fragrance. No. Wait. Some of you, it's legitimately going to be your favorite fragrance you pick up this year. You know,
it is.
I'm so proud of it.
It bullseye is the best word I can use, because to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of tropical fragrances. It's not something I reach for all the time. I have a handful of them.
Yep.
Sunkissed Island is the only one I would consider wearing. And honestly, I don't see any others even occupying that space next to it, because it has all the checklist elements that you want and need out of this profile. It has that kind of coconut milk, creamy undertone. It has this floral quality that really fills out the scent in terms of a density, in terms of taking up space. But the tequila in Sunkissed Island, if you feel like I feel like I've never smelled a tequila note in a fragrance before Sunkissed
Not like
Island.
this one.
I have, but you smell it, you're like, oh, that's tequila. Oh, that's tequila. It slaps you. And the way that it dries.
Yep. That's my favorite part.
Ross kind of describes the scent of Sunkissed Island as more depicting the sunset at the beach. A lot of the time, that's not the vibe that they're going for with these fragrances. It's very happy.
Bright, I'm here. We just got here.
Margaritas, whatever. This is like evening vibes.
Yeah.
It was all about the sunset.
Yes. The warmth that it brings, the sandy skin, musky, warm quality that it brings. and the way that it's
Mm.
cohesive with the
Thank you.
presentation, even just the cap itself, it looks like sand. That it blows my mind. It keeps all the elements, aside from maybe letting the booziness go a bit, but it keeps the elements of, you know, the liveliness of a tropical scent. But as it hits that late stage, man, ooh, the
Yeah,
texture that it gets.
it
So I
smells
could
like
go on and on, Jason. I hope that's enough endorsement.
it
for
smells
you.
like a summer. It smells like a summer night of carnage. That's what it
That's a
smells
good.
like.
I've never heard it put that way. I like that. Clearly,
For
Justin
grown-
likes that too.
for grown people.
Yeah,
This isn't
little kid playful.
I'm gonna dirty it up real
Yeah.
quick. For the grown folks out here who know what it's like to step out with your partner and you're going out, you're doing sexy things on a summer date night. That's what that smells like.
Yes.
Like that does not smell like, oh, the cruise ship has just arrived and we're here for a cruise. That don't smell like that. That smells like
No.
sex on the beach.
Yes.
That
It's
smells
funny
like,
that you say that because George
oh, let me
describes
finish,
it
Ross.
as
Let
the
me
raunchy
finish. Let me get
side.
this off. I got bars right now. I got some bars. It smells like sex on the beach. It smells like a summer night of carnage and maybe regrets if you're not careful out there. That's what it smells like. And the more, when I wore it probably right as the sun was going down. And it's just the last days of really hot weather. And I was very excited. So I wore it out. Me and my family went out and I had on an open shirt, wife beater. I sprayed it on, just moving around. It had a nice little whisk out there. And as I'm maneuvering throughout the night, I said, I should have not worn this. I said to myself, this needs a little bit more of an attention to it. So I'm just being honest, man. It's not for the youthful approach of tropical bliss.
There's so many of those.
Not that, guys. And those who compared to what it is, Virgin Island water, stop.
No.
It's not a pina colada fragrance. It's not at all. You don't get creamy till you get in the dry down. You know?
So it's a summer sonogram scent. Yes.
Summer sonogram scent. I like that. I like that. So George kind of describes it in that raunchy. That's what I'm saying. George describes it maybe not as hilariously as you did, but kind of the raunchier side of like, you know, it's everybody done left the pool side. Yeah, man. Yo, lady done had a few drinks. Y'all might be getting in the pool. Yes. You know? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
There's for being tropical, there's a provocative nature to it.
Yes.
To be more PG about it.
No, for sure. It's the most tropical fragrance on the market.
Indeed.
That's fair.
Indeed.
That's what it is.
Fair.
It's unlike anything, so for sure. But not gonna hold you gentlemen any longer. I like to keep my lives right at the hour and a half mark.
Literally just hit it.
I feel like I haven't eaten in days. I love Ross. I love Ross and I love Justin. But I like to eat more.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and shut this down. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We hung around 105 viewers throughout this entire live. Greatly appreciate y'all taking out the time.
Thanks for hanging out.
Come through and hang out and be a part of the conversation, be a part of the laughs, and just really get more insight into the beautiful creation and story of Seamless Soul. And plus I gotta, just thank Justin for taking time out of his day, taking time away from his family to come out and kick it with us over here with the Smell Good family, man. So
my pleasure.
Justin, appreciate your brother for definitely making that time and coming out and hanging out with us, man. So any final remarks from you, man, before we get you out of here?
Those of you guys who hung around, we appreciate you. Once again, if you consider yourself on the fence about taking part in ZED 3.0, I would just say get off the fence. It's too much work to balance. Either decide I'm going to pass on it and I'll just eat the regret, or decide you're going to scoop you up 1, 2, 3 of them, maybe backups, whatever you want, before it's gone, because we're not just on here just trying to create urgency and create, panic. We mean it when we say these things are going to be gone very soon. Like,
we get a number update every morning at 10 o'clock Central, guys. We see what gets sold every day. It's going fast.
Yes. But all that being said, Dedrick, appreciate you for creating this platform, allowing me in, and having Ross join us as well. You just create just an easy place to have a conversation, and I'm just grateful. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. I definitely appreciate that for sure. It was fun having you. My brother from another, my guy Ross out there. Look at this guy's shirt, how it's fitting on him, man. It's getting a little outrageous out here.
You're gonna have to start getting.
I was telling the wife earlier when we stopped and we saw ourselves in the mirror. I said, "Damn, I'm winning when it comes to lifting weights. I'm winning."
We're never losing the tag titles. We're never losing.
FWO, baby.
Yeah, with the shape that you're in,
look,
we ain't losing.
If it comes to Harlem Heat, I'm Stevie Ray in this instance.
For sure.
I'm the muscle.
Sure. Ross, appreciate you, man. Taking time out of your day. Tell Heidi hello and happy anniversary.
She's been listening. So shout outs to the wife for letting me break off for a little
for
bit.
Sure. Shout out to the wife.
This meant a lot to me. Thanks for letting me crash for a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you, everyone. Just to reiterate what Justin said, we never could anticipate this. We're used to like 6 months.
Yeah,
guys, just the pre-orders. If you took both the first rounds and doubled them, we still had more pre-orders than that.
Mm-hmm.
If you took both the first rounds and doubled that number, we still had more.
Outstanding.
That's why it's going away so quick. Outrageous, outstanding, phenomenal. Pick a word. Thank you. Is the moral of that story. We appreciate it. And when you think of Z 3.0, think Krispy Kreme. Keep on the glazing because we keep hearing it.
Sure.
Keep it up, guys. We love to hear it.
Well, congrats to both of you on the success. And thank you guys for coming out tonight. Have a great rest of your. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. With Jay Chantel. We're going to talk some beauty care tomorrow night. Me and Jay Chantel. She has a new line of oils and butters and all kind of things that she's getting ready to release for the winter season. Amazing. So if you're into that, please come back tomorrow night at 7 Eastern. Myself, Jay Chantel, we will debut her new line for the upcoming fall season. So thank you guys again. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. And just appreciate the love and support as always. And remember, as we talk about all the time, man, positive energy, positive vibes. Those of you out there.
Real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
So one more thing. I'd just like to congratulate number 1 and number 2 rated most goated fragrance content creators. Number 1, number 2. I'll humbly take the number 3 spot that I was gifted. Ashton, you had a good run. You fell to number 4 in that list. Shout outs to Cal Cologne for making the top 5.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to have one more last little laugh. That was hilarious. Shout outs to the young man that made the video. That was hilarious. I tagged him to make sure they saw it. That was awesome.
It was.
I just love hearing. And boy, he nailed me. He said he's bold.
He did.
And he's talking about how I rubbed some the wrong way. He's like, but honestly, I watch his videos the most. I was like, I love this kid. You know?
Same. Yeah, for sure. No doubt. So
shout out to you guys for having me. Shout outs to number 1 and 2, the GOATs. And shout outs to all of you in the chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, until next time, y'all, positive energy, positive vibes. Check your energy along the way. Check your energy along the way. All right. Some people wonder why things are just kind of flipping upside down unexpectedly. Hey, sometimes it's you. Sometimes it is you. All right. So check that energy and see how you can get it going. All right. So until next time, which is tomorrow night. All right. Splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly where you are going to get back. That's Peace, y'all. Until tomorrow night.